It's great to meet you here at Beverley Folk Festival. It's good to capture the people behind the scenes as well that keep the whole thing running. So if you want to tell us a little bit about yourselves and what you're doing here?
My name's Dave Boardman. I'm sort of team leader on the Artist Liaison team, and Rik Sweetman is sort of a major part of that team as well. And I also do some comparing, but the Artist Liaison team, basically, it's very much behind the scenes. The performers come to us first. We make sure that they're looked after, that if possible they're happy, they get to their sound check on time, then they get onto the right stage for their performance on time. And probably most people who come to the festival don't know that even happens. That's just turn up, someone's on stage. So, but it's one of many essential parts of a festival that the punters don't actually see. And we have some interesting things happen.
Logistical issues,
We sort out riders for some of the bands and what have you. Some of them are absolutely almost humble and grateful that you give them a cheese sandwich and a cup of tea. And some of the more sort of bigger stars have like long, complicated riders and very fussy about which type of orange juice they get and things like that. Usually, actually, it's their agents that are fussy about it. Most of the performers are just fantastic with whatever you give them.
But no Persian rugs.
No. So I mean, that's sort of what we do. But it means that we've got a desk which is staffed from 8 in the morning till I finished at past midnight last night.
Yes, it's hard work, isn't it, running festivals?
It can be, but
passes very quickly.
You live on adrenaline, really.
Yeah.
And someone asked me the other day, what time are you finishing? And the only answer is about 10 o'clock Monday.
Very true.
Yeah. I mean, we've got there's about a dozen of us. Some sort of local people, but we sort of a lot of us come over as a team from Hebden Bridge, the Trades Club. I'll tell you a little bit more about the Trades Club later. So we come as a team. So we have 4 shifts, but when someone then looks at the programme and says, I want to see Martin Carthy or someone, because we're working as a team, we just swap around and things. So people get to see most of what they want to see as well as grafting all day long.
Which is good, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's been your highlight so far then?
It's always a difficult one, to be quite honest. Often the highlights of festivals, for me personally, it's people you've never heard of before.
It's true.
And you're not expecting I mean, the Caravik sisters I'd heard of before, but I also do comparing, so I'm sort of introducing people on the stage, and they were just fantastic. Absolutely love them, lovely girls, and so sort of unassuming as well. As a lot of the sort of young, highly talented people are. So it's always great meeting talented young people. Yeah,
there's a lot of young bands and young artists that are coming through at Beverley here.
Yes, and there's the World Top. One of the great things about that area of the festival is it concentrates on youth. There's lots of youth projects going on there.
So yesterday,
and in fact, this whole area, I think culturally, this sort of East Yorkshire area is fantastic. Because you've got things like the Warren Project in Hull, which essentially says, Hull is a centre for migration from all over the world. Let's celebrate that by encouraging people to get together and play their own music, or the music of where they've come from, and then they're encouraged then to perform that at the Beverley Folk Festival as well. It's just, it's not just one of these like festivals for stars. It's a real part of the community. Which, it's an ancient thing. That's what festivals have always been.
And it's true to folk as well, isn't it? That it's about people's real lives and stories and sharing and telling that to others.
Yes, absolutely. Very, very, very much so. And I mean, there's obvious storytelling sessions and things like this, but it's with the sort of the world music. That's a bit I was just mentioning. People get to find out things like that. We had sort of 2 African bands on, and a lot of people think world music, African music. Do you like African music or not? And it's a bit like saying, do you like European music? You know, it's like, well, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
But, so you actually sort of saying to people, African music isn't a term to be used. Congolese music, Sucrose music, desert blues, all sorts of variations within
it's a huge
that.
content, isn't it?
I mean, you can't expect people to just know this. Yeah, so there is an education element to it as well,
Cool.
which is really good. Again, the point of a festival is to come together with people you didn't know and have a good time.
Absolutely, yeah. And you're going to be running your own festival, aren't you, in November?
Yes, in Hebden Bridge Folk Roots Festival. This is the third time we've done it. We're sort of building up slowly. Almost total opposite from Beverley. Beverley Festival has a great reputation. It's nearly 30 years old. Started off as a 3-day event, and it's still here, and that's very unusual. Most other people are either more sensible or less adventurous than Chris Wade here.
Right, well, guys, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah. Well, join